All righty, Curly, thank you so much. Well, a loyal Chiefs fan from Manhattan, Kansas just set a Guinness Book of World Records for the largest collection of Chiefs memorabilia.
Yeah, we introduced you to Kurt earlier this week, so he's made the trip in to join us today, and he's quite the guy.
We got to welcome him in, man. Tell us more about your collection.
Hey, Kurt, good to see you.
This is incredible.
Thank you. I just got the world record actually 2 weeks ago today. It's 1,314 items. Wow. It was a very hard process. It took me almost 2 years to get the record. I applied, and then they kept asking for evidence. I had to send them a picture of every single item individually, a copy of my database, and then I basically had to do a video with 3 witnesses, an elected official, a police officer, and a chief subject matter expert, which is Bernie Haney. A friend of mine that works with Mitch Holthus.
Oh, okay.
And basically, I did a video walking around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way through to the end.
Wow.
And that's how they finally approved the record.
Yeah.
But,
Similar to what you did on a Zoom call for us a couple of years ago when we did something live in your actual museum in your home there. You kind of went around and showed us all kinds of stuff, which was really kind of fun. But tell us what you brought us today. You brought us some unique items. What do we have here?
Well, like I said, about 1,314 items, and I was trying to bring something Colts related.
Yep.
But I don't have anything with the Colts, but I have a lot of Lynn Dawson, 68 Lynn Dawson items to be exact. And I thought it'd be a nice tribute to bring in some stuff for Lynn. So I've got the trophy there. It's from the Franklin Mint. My uncle actually hand carved this in 1970.
Whoa!
And I got a complete set. I wasn't going to bring the whole team, but it's all actually 12 with Jan Stenerud. And
that's cool.
Super Bowl IV replica ring, a Texans helmet signed by Lynn. If you guys didn't, I don't know if you knew this or not, but Lynn was actually drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then he was traded to Cleveland, and then to Kansas City.
His career really didn't take off until he became a Chief.
Right.
And once he became a Chief, he became a Hall of Famer for years to come once he was teamed up with Hank Stram, which was his college coach.
That's right, at Purdue. Yeah. So he brought him back. And
Kurt, I wondered if you would just touch on this black and white photo.
Yeah,
There's a lot of history
cool.
behind this and a pretty neat story.
This is a really unique item. It's an actual AP photo it's an AP photo from Super Bowl IV. And it was a freak cold front that day, and it was 23 degrees in New Orleans. And that's a picture of Lynn standing outside. We're getting ready to go into the Super Bowl and
trying to beat the glare. There we go.
I remember seeing a video of that, and it looked like it was a rainy day, but I didn't realize it was that cold on that.
Lynn looks miserable.
Icicles.
There we go. Go back inside.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah.
Look at the icicles on the fountain back there. That's New Orleans.
It's probably the only time there's ever been icicles in a fountain in New Orleans.
Isn't that incredible?
But that's a really cool piece. I got that off of eBay. So
when did you realize that? Like you had a collection, because you're a fan, you have a couple of things, but not like, hold on, I got 101 of these things. Might as well keep going.
That's a great question. As over the years, I have a pool table and I have friends over and we hang out, and I started hanging up all my stuff on the walls, and one of my friends were like, "You got to have the most stuff I've ever seen of anybody." And so I started doing a little research, and I realized Guinness, they didn't even have a record for this. And so I applied, and so they basically created a new record. There's other teams that have them, but they don't have one for the Chiefs.
Wow. So what would that feel like? Does it feel like winning an Academy Award, or what's it like to get in the Guinness?
Well, it feels really good, but like I said, it was a lot of work. They kept coming back and say, "Well, we need a close-up picture of this," and are you sure? Do you have a certificate authenticity for that? And but finally they just gave it.
Hey, before we're running out of time here, but tell us about your museum itself. It's going to be transformed to where the public can come in and see things. Is that right?
Well, right now I call it the Chiefseum.
Okay.
And it's on Facebook, CHIEFSEUM, Chiefseum.
Okay.
And there will be a website I'll be launching here probably next week. It's at chiefseum.com. And right now, anybody wants to come and see it, come and see it. And I'm really kind of anxious. I guess maybe my dream is to get a visit from because the Chiefs have never visited me yet on this, and I would hope that somebody would. Of course, I think it'd be proper for Patrick Mahomes to come and christen. But one thing, I don't buy current player items because usually what happens is they go to the Broncos or the Raiders, but I made an exception. I have some Patrick Mahomes items.
All right.
Well, he's watching to be the exception. I certainly
think so.
I get it.
Awesome. Well, Kurt, congrats.
Thank you.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah, good to see you again from Manhattan, Kansas. And if you want to just look him up on Facebook at Chiefseum right there, right?
That's right. Yep.
All right. Kurt, great to see you, man.
Thanks, guys.
All righty. We'll be back and we're going to have our picks to click when we come back.